And welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0, day 3 of the cut, 193.6 pounds. Starting off with just one set of 5 on jumps. Jumps are not super snappy right now. Definitely got some work to do here. We're going to start adding in more jumping volume next week. But for today, just 5 jumps and then on to speed box squats. So 10 sets of 3 on speed box squats. 65 pound SSB plus 90 pounds worth of weight, so 155 pounds plus 75 pounds total in chains at the top, and 2 say like light medium bands. I'm going to show all 10 sets of speed box squats here, so if you don't want to watch all of them, jump to 3 minutes. We'll be on to speed back extensions. I rigged up my back extension, the belt squat with bands and weight on there. But goal for the summer, as far as dynamic lower body day goes, we're going to have that in every Tuesday. We're going to work on getting as explosive as possible, transfer that over to my squats and deadlifts come the fall. As far as the load goes on these, I'm going to keep the weight pretty consistent for a while here. I'm just going to keep adding bands, try to create as much band tension at the top as possible, and just be super explosive into that band tension. Now, as far as setup goes on these with the SSB, I had to get the bands in on the actual shaft of the bar, so I got the pegs on the inside of the rack. Chains are fine to go on the outside, but I don't like putting the bands out there because of the camber at the end of the SSB. It really pulls forward on the bar with the bands out that way, so really nice to be able to get them in on the shaft, and then I can stay as upright as possible on the squat and just drive hard up into the SSB. As far as speed on these, I definitely find they start off a little slower, and I feel like they peaked about the 6th or 7th set, and then they kind of even out from there. But the first couple sets definitely aren't as fast as the middle sets, so I like to do a lot of sets on these, 2 or 3 reps with a lot of sets. And I try to rest just long enough that I want to be recovered enough to be explosive, but I don't want to rest for 5 minutes like I would if I was doing really heavy singles. Right, so we're on to set 8 now, and you can see compared to the first couple, it's moving really nice here. Just getting down on the box and then driving up as hard as I can on every single rep. So this past fall when I was working on building up my squat, I was trying to get up to 350, and it was slowly chipping away. They added in speed work, and I jumped to 350 not too long after that, then 360, 370, 380, 390. Managed to get over 400 here, 407, like last Sunday. So feel like the speed work was what really pushed me over the top. Right after the set of jumps in the box squats, rigged up my back extension onto my belt squat. I got a band doubled up on either side, and then with the carriage plus the weights, it's 145 pounds of straight weight. I did 5 sets of 5 here. I'm just going to show 2 sets. But my hope on these is that these will carry over and help me to become more explosive on my deadlift. So with these, my plan is we're going to leave the band tension, and we're just going to start adding weight to it. Get as much straight weight on here as possible and just try to be explosive. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my lats tight like I would on a deadlift, and then I'm just ripping back as hard as I can, really making those glutes work hard. All right, so after that, we hit some single leg press, and same thing on these, just trying to be explosive with a single leg. I didn't do a lot of single leg stuff through the winter, so I'm going to add more in through the summer, try to work out any imbalances and make sure both sides are as explosive and strong as possible. So here did 3 sets of 5 with each leg. I'll just show you a couple sets here. Planning on doing 5 sets of 5, but my left ankle was giving me a bit of grief, so I just called it there. No panic to hit any more than I needed to today. Just getting back into doing the explosive work, so we'll keep adding to it and just build off of this workout. Now, another exercise I haven't done in a little while, a month or so, is Nordic curls. So I decided I'm just going to ease back into them by hitting some razor curls. So did a couple sets of 20 on razor curls, and then finished off with 1 set of reverse hypers. So 3 sets total, really focusing on the glutes and hamstrings there to finish off the workout. All right, so we'll let those play on the way out. We won't show you all the reps and sets. That's it for the workout. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you day 4 of the cut.